sometimes you get people that bring us deals, Roger, and they feel like if I buy it or if I turn around and flip it, or if I wholesale it and make 10 grand, they should have got five. No, if I find a buyer, if I work the deal, get the deal, you brought me an address, you get a referral fee. So the win-win is you were able to learn a little bit, you made some money. The win on my side is I made some money. So it's a win-win. Um, the exception is, so I'm gonna just put this out here.
Now, in real estate, what you want to do is you want to go out there and get a good deal, right?
Yes.
So when you get a good deal and you hit a win, does that mean that the person who sold that property to you has lost?
No, no. Here's my philosophy. We all win. If I'm involved in a deal, and now I'm gonna give you an exception. I'm gonna give you what my main philosophy is and what I teach my students and my partners. It should be a win-win. Now, win-win doesn't mean 50-50. It doesn't mean partnership. What a win-win means is I get what I want, you get what you want. Let's say you are about to lose this house in foreclosure, and I stop it from going to foreclosure, right? And I get the house. One thing, I can help you with your credit and you didn't lose everything. The second part of it is I got the house. So I got what I
Yeah,
wanted and you got what you wanted,
that's fair.
and so that's a win-win. Some people don't look at that as a win-win. Sometimes you get people that bring us deals, Roger, and they feel like if I buy it or if I turn around and flip it, or if I wholesale it and make 10 grand, they should have got five. No, if I find a buyer, if I work the deal, get the deal, you brought me an address, you get a referral fee. So the win-win is you were able to learn a little bit, you made some money. The win on my side is I made some money. So it's a win-win. Um, the exception is, so I'm gonna just put this out here. I just spoke. I had a IG live yesterday, Roger, and I know people say they never really heard me curse, but the new investors or the new wave is you get what you want, and you don't worry about long-term relationships. And so a lot of the people that are getting into the business or in the business, they only think about them and now, right? So when I run into you and I see you only thinking about now and you don't care if I win, then I don't care if you win. And so we play that game. And so I'm going to make the lowest offer I can make, not caring if you win, not caring if you come back and bring me another deal because you don't care if I win. And so I don't like that. But we run into quite a few of y'all that only care about your bottom line. You only care if you flash a check on social media to say you made 20 grand. You didn't look and say, you know what? That guy bought one deal. He can bring 20 other buyers. That means we can do this thing forever. You only thought about, man, I'm gonna make one large chunk,
Yeah.
and then I have to deal with them. I'm gonna find me another sucker, later on down the road. So then I deal with them differently. But normally it should be win-win.
Well, that's a challenge in Atlanta because there's another sucker right around the corner because all these people have gone out and paid 50,000 to some guru from a hotel room and now they think they've got to justify that waste of money and buy whatever is brought to them. But I'm telling you this, man. Well, first of all, when you those kind of wholesalers, people like that, um, all I do is shrug my shoulders and say, "Well, I'll still be here in another year or two.
Yep.
They'll be doing Bitcoin or whatever the next fad is a year or two from now."
Selling waist trainers. I mean, I'm not knocking anybody, but that's
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Or maybe they'll have a hotel room guru thing, and they'll have a big following on YouTube where they tell you the three things they know. But one thing as a wholesaler, listen, y'all, if you're a wholesaler, don't ever post on social media a check of $60,000 you got from wholesaling a deal. You know why? I'm not going to buy a house from you because I don't think there's a wholesale deal that really is worth 60 grand unless you've left about three or 400,000 for me because I'm the one taking all the risk if I'm the buyer. But I digress. Okay, Adam Smith in The Wealth of Nations put forth the idea that wealth can be created, that it's not a zero sum game. And ultimately, hundreds of years later, this led to the development of what we're talking about, the win win situation. Now, when people look at the stock market, it's easy to see that when somebody wins, somebody loses, but that's because stocks prices are fixed and so forth. Respond to this. When I got into the teaching and education business, a couple of my closest friends who um, bought houses at a considerable volume said to me, you're just training up your future competition. It's going to cut into your business. How do you respond to that?
I don't have competition. You're not my competition. The people that are watching this are not my competition. I'm my competition. And so on a daily basis, I don't, even when Roger, what I say is I believe in there's an abundance in this world. And so I create deals, we create development deals, we find multifamily. So where people are fighting and highest and best and they're going to run the prices up, if you tell me I got to bid against somebody, I keep going. I know that there's a deal or more deals around the corner. So as I train folks, guess what happens? I look at it this way. I'm training partners. I'm training folks that can be just as or better than I can, that are going to go and see something that I would never see. I get deals from people all across the country that we've trained, and they've come to Flipology and done some things with us that I would have never marketed for those deals. I would have never saw those deals. So guess what? I'm not training competition. I'm training partners. I don't have competition. You're not my competition, Roger.
I agree with you.
I'm
All
not
right.
your competition.
All right.